Hey Maya. You'll never believe what I found out today.
What is it, Alex? You seem pretty excited.
There's this new virtual reality vacation experience that I just heard about. It's like you put on a VR headset, and you can travel to all these amazing places without ever leaving home.
Really? That sounds intriguing, but also kind of strange. How does it work exactly?
It's incredible. You just put on the headset, and it immerses you in a completely different world. You can choose from a bunch of different destinations like tropical beaches, bustling cities, serene mountains, everything. It's like being there in person, but you're actually just sitting on your couch.
Hmm, that does sound pretty cool. But don't you think it might be a bit weird to experience something so amazing through a screen? I mean, isn't the whole point of a vacation to actually go somewhere and experience it firsthand?
Yeah, I get what you mean. But think about it, no packing, no airports, no travel expenses. You can explore the world without any of the hassle. And it can be a great way to unwind and escape for a bit, especially when traveling isn't an option.
I suppose that's true. But what about the physical and emotional experience? Can a VR vacation really replicate the feeling of sand between your toes or the smell of the ocean?
Probably not entirely, but it comes pretty close from what I've heard. The technology has gotten so advanced that it can mimic a lot of those sensory experiences. And it's not just about relaxation. Imagine learning about new cultures and seeing historic sites without leaving your living room. It's educational too.
That does sound beneficial, especially the educational aspect. But I still worry about people using it as a replacement for real-life experiences. Could it make us more isolated in the long run?
That's a valid concern. I think it depends on how we use it. If it's just another way to supplement real-life experiences, it could be a fantastic tool. But if people start preferring virtual reality over reality, that could definitely be problematic.
You always see the potential in new technology, don't you?
Guilty as charged. But seriously, I'm really excited to try this out. I'm scheduled for a session tomorrow morning at the VR Center. Do you want to come and see how it works?
I'd love to see it in action. Maybe it'll change my mind about the whole thing. Plus, it sounds like fun.
Awesome. I can't wait to see your reaction. I think it's going to be an incredible experience, and who knows? Maybe you'll be the next one to try a virtual vacation.
We'll see about that. But I'm definitely curious now. Just promise me you won't get so lost in virtual reality that you forget about the real world, okay?
I promise. This is just a fun escape, not a replacement for the amazing real-world adventures we have together.
Good. Let's see what this VR vacation is all about then. Tomorrow should be interesting.
I'm Alex. I have an appointment for a VR vacation experience this morning. Welcome, Alex. I'm Claudio, your VR technician for today. It's great to see your excitement. Ready to embark on your virtual adventure? Absolutely. I've been looking forward to this all week. So, how does this whole VR vacation thing work? It's quite fascinating, actually. You'll be wearing this VR headset, which will immerse you in a 360-degree virtual environment. The system tracks your movements, so it feels like you're really there. We also have haptic feedback devices to simulate touch and physical sensations. Wow, that's incredible. So, what kind of experiences can I choose from? We have a variety of destinations for you. You can relax on a tropical beach, explore ancient ruins, walk through bustling city streets, or even go on an adventure in a fantasy world. Each experience is designed to be as realistic and immersive as possible. I think I'll start with the tropical beach. I could use some relaxation. But, honestly, I want to try them all eventually. Good choice. The beach is one of our most popular options. Before we get started, do you have any questions or concerns about the experience? Yeah, a couple of things. How realistic is it? I mean, can it really replicate the feeling of being on a beach? The technology has come a long way. While it might not replicate every single sensation perfectly, it's very close. You'll feel the warmth of the sun, hear the waves crashing, and see the beautiful scenery all around you. Many users find it incredibly relaxing and almost indistinguishable from the real thing. That sounds amazing. My other concern is about safety. Are there any risks involved? We've designed our VR experiences with safety in mind. The headset and haptic devices are comfortable and adjustable. We'll make sure everything fits properly before you start. It's also important to take breaks if you start feeling dizzy or disoriented. I'll be here monitoring your session, so you can let me know if you need anything. That's good to know. I guess my main worry is getting too absorbed and losing track of time. That's a valid concern. The immersive nature of VR can make time fly by. We recommend setting a timer or having someone check on you periodically. I'll also keep an eye on the time for you today. Thanks, Claudio. I feel a lot better now. Any tips on how to get the most out of this experience? Absolutely. The key is to relax and let yourself be immersed. The more you let go and engage with the virtual environment, the more you'll enjoy it. Use the controllers to interact with your surroundings, pick up objects, explore different areas, and take in all the details. And remember, it's your experience, so customize it to your liking. Got it. I'm ready to dive in. Let's do this. I slipped on the VR headset and adjusted the haptic devices, feeling a mix of excitement and anticipation. The world around me faded, replaced by a digital darkness. Then, as if by magic, the virtual environment materialized before my eyes. I found myself standing on a pristine tropical beach. The sand was soft beneath my feet, and the sun's warmth was so realistic that I instinctively reached for my sunglasses. The sound of waves crashing against the shore was soothing, and the gentle breeze rustled the palm trees overhead. It was as if I had been transported to a paradise. I decided to explore. I walked along the shoreline, feeling the cool water lap at my ankles. The clarity of the water was astonishing. I could see fish swimming near the surface, and the coral reefs were vibrant with color. I knelt down to pick up a seashell, marveling at the intricate details. For a moment, I forgot I was in a simulation. Next, I found myself in a bustling city. The transition was seamless, and suddenly, I was surrounded by towering skyscrapers and the hum of urban life. People hurried past me, engrossed in their own worlds. I took in the sights and sounds: honking cars, distant chatter, the aroma of street food. It was so immersive that I felt like a part of the crowd. I interacted with virtual characters, and their responses were eerily lifelike. I chatted with a street vendor who offered me a virtual hot dog. The exchange felt so natural that I momentarily forgot he was just a series of algorithms. After the city, I wanted some tranquility. With a simple command, I was transported to a serene mountain retreat. The air was crisp and fresh, and the view of snow-capped peaks was breathtaking. I hiked along a trail, feeling the rocky path beneath my feet and hearing the crunch of leaves. At the summit, I paused to meditate, the silence and stillness enveloping me. There were moments during these experiences when I felt disoriented. The line between reality and simulation blurred, and my sense of time warped. I had to remind myself to take breaks, to ground myself in the real world. The haptic feedback was so convincing that I could feel the texture of the objects I touched, the rough bark of a tree, the smooth surface of a marble statue in a virtual museum. Interacting with virtual characters was another highlight. In the city, I met a guide who took me on a tour of historical landmarks. Her knowledge and mannerisms were so detailed that I felt like I was in the presence of a real person. We discussed the architecture, the history, and even shared a laugh over a virtual cup of coffee. As my VR vacation came to an end, I removed the headset, blinking as my living room came back into focus. The experience was incredible, almost surreal. I felt relaxed, exhilarated, and more than a little awed by the technology. But as amazing as it was, it also made me appreciate the real world even more. The smell of real coffee, the touch of a loved one, the genuine conversations, they couldn't be fully replicated. VR had shown me new places and offered incredible experiences, but it also reminded me of the importance of balancing these virtual adventures with real-life connections. Overall, my VR vacation was a journey I'll never forget. It was a testament to how far technology has come, but also a gentle nudge to cherish the tangible, everyday moments that make life truly special.